sides have got available to them. Hard front and rear, medium front and rear. Why he was struggling so much.
As well, Zarco's changed that soft front tyre. It's all happy.
Race coming your way. Front row, Marc Marquez, Maverick Vinales and Qatar winner Andrea Dovizioso. Fabio Quartararo, 2018 Termas winner Cal Crutchlow and Taka Nakagami on row 3. Petrucci, row 5 led by Aprilia Delay Espargaro with Miguel Oliveira and Carol Abraham on that 5th row. Alex Rins, row 7, the rookie Joan Mir leads Tito Rabat and Hafiz Shireen with Andrea Iannone for the first.
Oh, out, and it's a blistering start from Marc Marquez. Maverick Vinales has got it all wrong. Dovizioso chugging
where he wanted to be. Rossi trying to find a way up the inside of Jack Miller. No way through at the second corner. Marquez then from Dovizioso.
His teammate just behind him. They're not going to get close to Marc Marquez. The speed of the Honda works so well this year. Is this it? Maverick Vinales, despite that poor start, recovered well, actually. He's really got to do the business now. He's got to try and find a way through on Channel Sector here in Argentina. And Valentino Rossi is up into second place. That will make the crowd go wild.
Oh, and the grunt of the Ducati out of the final corner. He blitzes effortlessly through again on Valentino Rossi for second place. Marquez with clear track in front of him. He's just stretching away. Already through the first sector on lap 2. He's 1.5 seconds. He's clearing off into the distance.
Oh, it gets worse for Maverick Vinales as Danilo Petrucci's trying to go through him on as well. Rossi and Miller really
back through on Petrucci coming into turn number 12. No way through. Dovizioso holding firm. Rossi
goes here. Their only hope right now is that he either runs into tyre problems or he makes a mistake. It's a back.
There's Jack Miller again. Doesn't even have to work hard for that move on Rossi, does he? He just uses the 300 odd plastic. You know what, Rossi got in there tight on Jack Miller, and Morbidelli's about to ride around the outside of him almost. Coming through, going to flash up on Cal Crutchlow's dashboard now. Hopefully we'll have a replay very, very shortly of the movement on the line from Cal.
Who's now trying to go up underneath Franco Morbidelli and almost gives his protege a little nudge as well.
Well,
it's a different story. Friends have to be left behind.
You just wonder, though, how long the Yamahas can hold in there.
He's not going to get much longer.
Well, he'll see.
Take notice because he'll get in some real trouble then.
Well, it'll be on his pit board now, won't it? They'll be showing him on his pit. Was the Italian's fastest lap of the race. So Dovizioso's best pace in this race right now is 6.
See, though, all over the tail end of him. That's brilliant stuff from Valentino Rossi. Oh, I tell you what, I'm glad I've not made that decision.
Rossi's now making a move up the inside of Andrea Dovizioso and Franco Morbidelli. He's blooding the nose of Jack Miller as well. Recall anybody else in this race, Steve, was doing a 39. And Marc Marquez last time around was a 39.59.
Else away. Danilo Petrucci now is going to pick off Jack Miller, of course. These two former teammates, and Maverick Vinales is in there now. Across the line we go. Marc Marquez 5.6 clear on Dovizioso, Rossi, Morbidelli.
And the race for the second half of the race as the tyres consumption really comes into effect. Jack Miller, he's in hot into turn number 5. He got turn number 13. He really is. Look at the corner speed that Rossi's got on the Ducati through turn number 12. Brilliant time to
speed advantage of that Ducati, because if he gets into the hands of some of those that are behind him, that podium could go.
He has been able to hold off Andrea Dovizioso this time around. So Rossi now coming into the part of the circuit
this morning and during warm-up. That's a mistake from Fabio Quartararo, though, that's allowed the number 42-3. You know, Rossi's eating Dovizioso alive. Has he now built enough of an advantage?
High stars. Tell you what, Valentino Rossi, the last 2 laps, Steve, has got his braking marker into turn 5, absolutely bang on. Vinales at this stage of the race is just struggling to hang on to this group of 5. But he's about to gobble up Taka Nakagami's year-old Honda. And Alex Rins is not too far away from
mine right now. In the background there, you see Jack Miller had just momentarily gone ahead of Franco Morbidelli, but they're exchanging paintwork.
Guaranteed rider in the factory Ducati team next year. What's the gap between Vinales and Rins? It was over the line 1.4 seconds. So Rins...
This young man is 8.2 seconds clear now. As we revert back to the battle for second place. Dovizioso.
The 139. Dovizioso, Morbidelli and Petrucci right behind Valentino Rossi.
I think that the advantage of Valentino's medium and also Franco Morbidelli's medium
still make a very fast lap time. So we have to see.
The Ducatis can keep
the stage of the race, and as Piero Taramasso said, where it's the man who's got the smoothest right hand, the man who can Crutchlow's jump start. It looks from the outside to be pretty harsh indeed. Dovizioso has taken second.
No, it's just Ducati power.
It's just Dovizioso getting that been issues. We've not been able to fix that completely with mechanical grip, with our electronics. Maverick Vinales.
Marc Marquez, but it was Cal Crutchlow. He'll be kicking himself.
Franco Morbidelli's not shy, is he? Dry. There is Alex Rinzer now. He's tagged himself right onto the rear tyre of Maverick Vinales, and Rins over the lines is right in the podium hunt.
There is the much talked about air deflector on the Ducati, of course.
Lap, well, he lost over 2 seconds with that mistake on the braking zone into turn 5, and Rins has found a way through on Miller.
Loose. Some of the moves that he's been pulling. Taka Nakagami's having a good ride as well.
He'd love just to be in the same postcode as Marc Marquez right now. Valentino Rossi. Marquez 11.3 seconds clear of this.
Rins is taking like a sweeping wide approach, and Morbidelli's been caught napping there, and Rins goes, thank you very much. I'll have both of you. Brilliant salvage job from number 42. If only he could qualify better.
Well, that's what's going to be making at Rossi. The gap between Petrucci and Rossi over the line just under 0.6 of a second. Vinales.
Oliveira has been brilliant. Really, all weekend we've been talking up the Portuguese rider. It will not affect him. He's 12 seconds clear of the big group. He's second.
He could pull up, stop and have a nice glass of Malbec the way Marc Marquez has got his hands full, just holding off Valentino Rossi right now, let alone worrying about Alex Rins.
Well, they're looking at his speed and his lap times, Matt. That's the thing.
A mistake coming up later on for Marc Marquez. He's got this one in the bag. There's no way Marc Marquez, you feel, is going to blow this.
Position progression for number 42, Alex Rins. Done a superb job. Just been working slowly.
Podium aspirations, Alex Rins, which of course he has. It's going to be a case of, you can see Dovizioso and Rossi. They are now putting clear daylight between themselves and Petrucci out the corner as well, the Ducati. It's one of the toughest bikes to race. Marc Marquez last year when he was racing Dovizioso and Lorraine. Miller's made it through again, so costly turn 5 for Petrucci, 4th to 6th place in about 50 yards. Now it's become a Sunday afternoon cruise in the sunshine for Marc Marquez.
Is in the field, the two Italians. Has Rossi just been waiting and waiting? And you know he'll have a go on the last lap.
Rins, see, that's for sure. Unbelievable pace. Look at that by Marc Marquez. Simon.
Just a thought on the Suzuki. Easy on the rear tyre, and that's why he goes forward in the race.
Well, just imagine what damage he can do then, Matt, if he can find some speed on that.
Versus Dovizioso for second place. They're 2 seconds clear of Jack Miller now, so...
Here he comes, from the world champion.
Shocking performance by Marc Marquez. He's just on a 140.2. What's he flying at?
He's got to stay close to Dovizioso on the back straight. He'll probably have a chance at turn 7. He'll almost certainly be close to the tail of Dovizioso here. He's not going to be close enough to do it into turn 7. Dovizioso, the crowd here go wild. 46 flags, his first win of 2019. And now we wait for the podium battle. And it's a win. And Dovizioso takes 3rd.
And of course what that means then, because Morbidelli and Vinales didn't finish the race, and Franco Morbidelli, it looks like he's taken a bit of a car.
Yeah, I'm afraid Mr. Morbidelli.
Since the Saxon Ring in Germany.
Mayo, how does that podium feel from Valley?
Yeah, very good, very good. It has been...
Only untouchable, Valentino Rossi. It's been a long, long wait. It's his first podium in a...
Expecting it to come in the last corner.
Just the classic block pass, Steve, you see. Look at Dovizioso, how far he got pushed wide. Dovizioso knew. Famous double-century milestone of podiums looms larger than now for Valentino Rossi. He's just 3 shy of 2.
Dominant here. You only get 25 points for a win. You don't get extra points for how much you won by.
One hand the amount of times that he wasn't lapping in the 139, such was his consistency. Harsh for such a minimal crime, and we've got the long lap penalty now. Is that perhaps a more appropriate punishment? Is it because it's far better than my naked eye?
Cal wouldn't question it. Riders know if they've jump started. Cal wouldn't question it if it wasn't really.
Cost Dovizioso a share of the World Championship lead going to Austin, which I think is fair margin in the dry. And of course, he backed right out of it for the last couple of laps. At one stage, he was 12 seconds clear.
Coming.
He's got the floss working overtime as well, Marc Marquez.